Hi students, I'm happy to see you again. So in this lesson, we'll be looking at the topic, what are you up to? So the lesson topic that is connected with the main theme is describing people. So let me introduce you with the aim of the lesson. To develop language, communicative and cultural competences, critical thinking and creativity. To enlarge vocabulary related to the topic, describing people to improve speaking and writing skills. Let me introduce you with the objectives of the lesson. Objectives of the lesson to identify the definitions of words related to describing people, to consider the ways of describing people, to explain the use of present continuous, to explore the ways of comparing and contrasting. Describing people effectively involves focusing on specific traits and using clear, vivid adjectives to convey what someone is like. Here is a step-by-step guide to the ways of describing people, organized into key aspects. First one, physical appearance. This refers to what the person looks like on the outside. You might describe height and build, tall, short, slim, muscular, petite, overweight. Facial features, round face, sharp jawline, big eyes, freckles. Hair, curly, straight, blonde, dyed, shoulder length. Clothing and style, well-dressed, casual, stylish, scruffy. Age indicators, youthful, middle-aged, elderly. Example, she's a tall woman with long curly hair and a warm smile. Second, personality. This refers to what kind of person they are on the inside. Their character, how they think or behave. You might describe positive traits: kind, honest, generous, outgoing, hardworking. Negative traits: selfish, rude, arrogant, lazy, shy. Example, he's a calm and thoughtful person who always helps others. 3. Emotions or mood. This reflects how the person feels in a specific moment. Common words: happy, sad, nervous, excited, angry, cheerful. Example, she seemed anxious before the interview but relaxed afterward. 4. Behavior or actions. Sometimes describing how a person acts helps show what they are like. You might say, he always volunteers to help. She speaks politely and listens carefully. He tends to interrupt others when they talk. 5. Voice or speech. This adds personality and presence. Descriptive words: soft-spoken, loud, clear, mumbling, articulate, monotone. Example, his deep, confident voice made everyone listen. 6. Overall impression. So you can sum up your description with a general adjective or phrase. Example, she is the type of person who brightens the room. He is a natural leader. She gives off a quiet, mysterious vibe. Let's turn to the next slide. Now, dear learners, let's talk about what is the present continuous tense. The present continuous tense, also called present progressive, is a tense used to talk about: first, actions happening now. I'm talking to you. He is drinking water. They are playing salsa. Second, temporary actions. She is living in London this month. We are studying for the test this week. 3. Future plans. I'm meeting my friend tomorrow. What are going to the cinema tonight? How to form the present continuous structure? Subject plus am is are plus verb plus ing. I is subject, am verb to be, is playing, verb plus ing. Example, I am playing football. He, she, it. Subject is verb to be, eating, verb plus ing. Example, she is eating lunch. You, we, they. Subject, are verb to be, reading, verb plus ing. Example, they are reading a book. Negative form of the sentence. Add not after am is are. For example, I'm not working, he's not sleeping, they are not watching TV. Question form of the sentence. Put am is are at the beginning of the sentence. For example, are you eating? Is she reading? Am I doing it right? So our next grammar sim is who is and whose. And here is a simple explanation of the difference between who is and whose. Perfect for elementary learners. Whose, who is or who has. In shortened form, whose is a contraction, short form of who is or who has. Example, who is your teacher? Who is your teacher? Who's been to the zoo? Who has been to the zoo? Who's coming to the party? Who is coming to the party? Whose, belonging to someone. Whose is a question word that shows possession, ownership. It's like asking who does this belonging to? Examples, whose book is this? Who owns this book? Whose jacket is on the chair? Whose turn is it? So here's a very simple explanation of the linking words but, however, and although. For this explanation is made for perfect elementary level learners. These words are used to show contrast, difference between two ideas. First, but is used to join two opposite ideas in one sentence. Position. In the middle of the sentence, examples, I like pizza, but I don't like burgers. She is tired, but she is still working. But is simple and very common. The second one, however, is used to show contrast between two sentences. Position, usually at the beginning or middle of the sentence. Add a comma after. Examples, I wanted to play. However, it started to rain. It was hot. We, however, stayed outside. The tips that you have to keep in your mind, however, a more formal way to say but. The third one, although, is used to show two different ideas in one sentence. Position at the beginning or middle of the sentence. Examples, although it was raining, we went outside. We went outside, although it was raining. Tip, although is followed by a subject and a verb, as you can see on this slide. Now, dear students, let's try to answer the questions about the topic, describing people. Relying on your knowledge that you have obtained today, how many ways of describing people are there? What is present continuous tense used for? What is the difference between whose and whose? What kind of comparing and contrasting linking words do you know? What is the difference between the linking words as although, but, and however? Here are 3 writing tasks to practice describing people. Each task includes clear instructions, vocabulary support, and a small writing prompt. Choose one of the topics below and write a 200-word essay. First task, describe your best friend. Write about your best friend. Second, describe a family member. Choose one family member and write about them. The third one, describe a famous person you like. Write a short paragraph about a famous person you admire. Actor, singer, athlete. Here's a slightly more challenging case study task. Read carefully, fulfill the task and answer questions. Case study task. Meet David. Read about David, then complete the task below. Information about David Miller. Name, David Miller. Age, 32. Country, Canada. City, Toronto. Job, English teacher at a language school. Appearance, medium height, short black hair, green eyes, always wears jeans and a jacket. Personality, patient, friendly, a little shy, very funny. Hobbies, playing the guitar, hiking, watching science fiction movies. Daily routine, he starts at work at 8 in the morning, teaches until 2 p.m., and plays guitar in the evening. On weekends, he goes hiking with friends. So answer the questions. Where is David from? What does he look like? What is his job? And where does he work? What kind of person is he? What does he like to do in his free time? What does he do during the week? What does he do on weekends? Making conclusion of our lesson, we can point out that the definitions of words related to describing people were identified. The ways of describing people were considered. The use of present continuous was explained. The ways of comparing and contrasting were explored. So, dear students, you can get more information about today's theme from the references that is given on your slide. That's the end of our video lesson. I believe we will do your best and fulfill all the assignments given in this video lesson. Bye, students.